Bonjour à vous tous, Latulu, c'est toi la star, c'est parti. Bienvenue à tous. C'est la valorisation de la culture africaine, Latulu, c'est toi la star. Voilà, il faut aller dans une continuité historique pour pérenniser la culture africaine. Souvent, je le dis, demain sera africain. Oui, moi je suis là pour mettre en avant tout ça, tous les artistes. L'émission Latulu, c'est toi la star, c'est plus qu'une émission culturelle, c'est un vrai soutien aux artistes.
Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome to the set of Latulu, You Are the Star. I'm Dora Timifo, producer and presenter of the show. Today I received a great photographer of an Australian nationality, GIOVANNA Aryafara, who kindly answered to my question in connection with Bali in Indonesia. The relationship between a model of a photograph is crucial to the quality of an image. It is even one of the most complex aspects of portrait photography. Depending on what he wants to bring out, the photographer adopts an attitude that will be reflected in that of his subject. Portrait photographer GIOVANNA Aryafara has grabbed this and has the genius to highlight without words the very essence of the history of those she photographs. Our guest of the day, GIOVANNA Aryafara, is well known for her fascinating portraits of indigenous peoples from many parts of the world, and I interview her exclusively today in connection with Bali, where she lives. My question will focus on the origin of her passion, her techniques for communicating with her models, and many other things.
Masai soninge, ale do makenike. I go down, Mama sendi uluma. I go down, Mama bolodi uluma. I go down, Mama nyadi uluma. I go down, Mama torodi uluma. I go down, Mama daddy uluma. Dunia ni biteni, walu dunia ni biteni, dunia ni biteni, dunia ni biteni, dunia ni biteni. Masai daninge, ale do matenige, alai soninge, ale do matenige. I go down, I'm nyadi kuluma. I go down, I'm daddy kuluma. I go down, I'm tori kuluma. Oludo mafenge alala, oludo mafenge alala. Allah, nego Allah.
Hello GIOVANNA, can you quickly introduce yourself in Latulu, You Are the Star for subscribers and viewers?
Hello Dorothy, this is Giovanna Aryafara, and I just want to thank you so much for this interview. It's really wonderful to meet you and talk to you on your show. So I'm Australian. I was actually born in Belfast with an Italian mother, but brought up in Australia. I'm now living in Bali, and I've been here for about 12 years. And in Bali we have our own interior design lifestyle stores, and I combine the photography together with the stores so that we can actually bring the photography into people's homes, which is really, really wonderful when I see my photography in people's homes.
How and when did you start taking pictures?
I've actually been involved in photography since I was actually quite young. When I was 18, which was my first job that I ever had, was working in a photographic studio, and from that moment I picked up the camera. I knew that this is something that I really wanted to do my whole life, and so I have been travelling a lot and really, really enjoy. I'd call myself a travel photographer, and really capturing the essence of people that I photograph.
What kind of photography do you work in, and what is your way of working?
I do tend to dedicate a lot of my portraits to children, probably because my background was school photography, and I really understood how to take photographs of children. It's actually quite an art form to catch them when they don't expect you to be there, but you do have to spend time getting to know them and seeing those children that actually don't mind taking your photo, and some of them are a little bit shy, and others actually really enjoy the whole process. So I do really enjoy taking the photographs of the children and capturing that special little moment.
Looking at your pictures to your website, I could see that you dedicate a lot of portraits to children of all over the world. And why this choice?
I actually travelled to quite a few countries over the years, but the countries that I seem to enjoy the most taking photos is India and Myanmar, Africa, because it's just that little bit more interesting, and they seem to be a little bit more connected to the earth, and not so much in Western countries where, you know, the kids are sort of more interested in their laptop or their iPhone. When I go to Africa, the children are just really into nature, or into and I love that innocence about them, and the fact that they just adore nature and what that brings. And so I do try and capture that in the photographs as well.
How do you choose your models, and how do you determine the places to photograph? Knowing that travel and portraits are key subjects to your work, why this keen interest in Africa, Ethiopia, and Asia, India, Bali, Nepal, and Burma? What attracts you to these peoples, these tribes with different cultures, in particularly the Sari tribe, Omo tribe?
When I've travelled through Africa, I've been to quite a few different tribes, and then sometimes you just absolutely connect to one tribe, and the Suri tribe, I just adore them because they put these beautiful sort of intricate designs that are from ochres in the river. And they've been doing that for hundreds of years, just putting these decorations on and then picking the flowers. Of course, when I come, you know, they tend to perhaps pick some extra flowers for those decorations in the hair. But over the years, I've got to know them quite well, And some of the families in particular, when I arrive, they come and greet me. They drive, say, 100 kilometres for when we're driving there to escort me in. And the last time I took my husband and my daughter. She's an artist and my husband's a musician. And that was just such a wonderful experience. And the children just love it. So, you know, that combining that with the photography really is a really beautiful, fulfilling part of the photography.
Your models have always strong expressions in your pictures. How do you communicate with them to bring out this kind of thing? Is it then who approaches you, or is it you who takes the first step?
Yes, I do actually think about the style of photos that I want to take, because I do try and bring them into our stores, our homeware stores, and think of something that people would like to be part of their home. And what I understand over the years, and particularly taking children, that you don't want photographs just of children laughing all the time. You sort of want to try and capture that little special little essence that they have. That takes a little bit of patience, but also I have to be quite spontaneous and get to know the children as well, and that's all part of the process. But in my mind, I do sort of think about it a lot beforehand, and then you have to wait for that opportunity and that moment to arise.
Otise kakandoye, tu te dis que tu es rassama, mais je te dis que tu es ami. Tu me dis que tu es rassama, mais je te dis que tu es ami. Tu filmes la drogue, tu filmes les gagnants, tu filmes les gens, tu filmes les gagnants. Olu tandoye, olu tandoye, olu tandoye, olu tandoye. Otise kakandoye, olu tandoye. Tu fumes la cocaïne,
tu fumes la cocaïne,
tu fumes les tabacs,
tu fumes le tabac,
tu bois les trou-trou,
tu bois le chou-chou,
tu bois les liqueurs,
tu bois le liqueur.
Ça va te détruire, tout ça va te détruire. Olu tandoye, olu tandoye,
olu tandoye, olu tandoye,
olu tandoye, olu tandoye,
olu tandoye, olu tandoye.
Otise kakandoye, olu tandoye, otise kakandoye, olu tandoye.
Where have you exhibited your wonderful photograph?
Yes, I've had some exhibitions in Australia many years ago, but last year in Bali I had 3 exhibitions, and then we went to Bangkok, which was wonderful. We had a very successful exhibition there. Also the African Photography Festival in New York last year, they exhibited some of my photographs, as well as Atlas of Humanity, which was also in Paris and Italy, and that really was a thrill to be in those exhibitions, as there was some other very inspiring photographers, so it was lovely to be amongst them as well. So.
From a technical point of view, what kind of equipment do you use, and what do you bring when you go specifically for a shoot?
The camera equipment that I use, I don't use a tripod. A lot of photographers do. I like to be a little bit more spontaneous, particularly when you're photographing children. It can be very intimidating when you're standing there with a tripod, and it can tend to look a little bit too posed as well. So I sort of like to move around a little bit with them. If I want to take something from a distance, I will use a different lens, 70 to 200 millimeter lens, so that I can get that little bit of distance. But if I'm a little bit closer and I want it a little bit more documentary, I'll use a 24 to 70 millimeter camera with my Canon 5D Mark IV, which I've been using Canon for many years. And also in Bali we do print these very large photographs on beautiful cotton Hanamule cotton canvas, and we print them ourselves, so I can sign them as well. And some of them are limited edition. The ones that I found, I can't repeat them, but we do a mixture in black and white and also in colour, and we can send them anywhere in the world because we have special travel tubes for them.
What image do you want to convey of the continents, of the people that you photograph around the world, all over the world? And travel, is that another passion?
I think what I try and convey through the photographs is the respect and that I have for the tribes and for the people. I just often I will have an interpreter with me, and you really get to know them, and absolutely fascinating. And I try and bring that through in the photography. There's a uniqueness to everybody, and with a little bit of patience and getting to understand them, I try and capture that in the image. And I particularly do love the African tribes because they can bring that through, and but the absolute respect that I have for them is really something that I do enjoy meeting them and getting to understand and talk to them.
What does the art of photography represent to you?
I think the art of photography, for me, it represents capturing that magic moment. And I often say that to the staff when I come back from my trips, and we're going through the photos, and I'll say, I'm just looking for that magic photo, that little touch, that little glimpse that comes through when you know that it's something different, it's some little magic bringing through their unique identity. And that's what I'm always looking for, that little special bit of magic.
What are your future plans, if you want to talk about it?
I think for the future, my plans are to keep travelling. I think it's just so good for the soul to travel and to meet beautiful, wonderful people. We have just recently completed a set of affirmation cards that I have used my photography. I've picked out 24 of the photographs that I really love, some of my favourite photos, and they have just been completed, and they come in this beautiful little box. I'm also working on book, a coffee table book, and I've got a great team here that we do the printing together and we do all the design and the layout together. So in the future, I would hope that the book will be finished and basically to keep travelling. But I just want to thank you so much for this interview. It's really wonderful, and I hope that we can talk again. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much, Giovanna Aryafara, for having responded to my questions, to my invitation. What a great pleasure to have interviewed you. And again, thank you so much. It was a great pleasure, and congratulations to your wonderful work. I remind you, subscribers, that you can find Giovanna Aryafara Artiste on her official website, www.giovannaphotography.com, and on her Facebook page and Instagram page. Thank you for watching us on your favorite channel, and I invite you to follow us on our Facebook page. See you soon, so subscribers, and I invite you for the next edition. It will be the 25 and 26 edition. So thank you so much. I kiss you, and I tell you, see you. I kiss you. Ciao. Bye bye. Ciao.
C'est pas